only asking for help, right? So why should it really bother people for us to put up a poster? Like, there's no harm in it.
Signs pleading for information about Chelsea Poorman pulled down during a rally and march in Shaughnessy, the neighborhood where her body was found. The event was held Saturday as mother Sheila Poorman and others continue to push for answers about what happened to Chelsea. Saz Lambert says her friends who took this video confronted a couple who were tearing away posters.
You're working so hard to gain awareness, and then there are people out there that are just going to tear those things down because they don't care, and they deem it as a nuisance.
I felt so angry and disgusted hearing that. She cares more about a poll than an actual human, an actual life. We're looking for justice for Chelsea.
It's not vandalism.
In a separate incident, Battered Women's Support Services says a staff member recorded this man also tearing down posters.
And we saw a kind of very aggressive behavior that was directed at making Chelsea's experience invisible, rendering her death, her disappearance, and her subsequent death invisible in that neighborhood.
The Vancouver Police Department initially announced Chelsea's skeletal remains were found outside a vacant home near 36th Avenue and Granville Street at the beginning of May. On Monday, the VPD reiterating evidence that we have collected so far does not lead us to believe her death was the result of a crime. We are, however, continuing to investigate. But family and some community members believe Chelsea was murdered, and they don't think the police are taking the case seriously. Butterflies in Spirit helped organize Saturday's march with the Poorman family. It says it's important to see Chelsea's face in Shaughnessy and Huron-Davie and Granville, where she was last seen in September 2020. But this keeps happening.
Even though we glued them really well, somebody went out of the way to tear her face and the information off. And I actually called the police and I said, hey, you need to check these cameras. Somebody is going out of their way to do this.
City News searched through Shaughnessy Monday and could not find one poster. The sign lists contact information for anyone who might have tips. And while Sheila waits for answers, she's also focusing on how to live without Chelsea.
We did find her, but not the way that we wanted. Come to terms that we have to move on with our lives without Chelsea, which is going to be really, really hard.
In Vancouver, Crystal Ladaris, City News.